Good morning. Should we do some movement? So if you'd like to come into a seated position, placing your hands onto your knees, sit up nice and tall, lifting through the spine, feeling the sit bones ground into the ground. Roll the shoulders a few times, taking the shoulders up towards your ears, back down and around in a nice big circle, setting the shoulders back and down, sinking the shoulder blades down into your imaginary back pockets. We're going to take the right ear towards the right shoulder, lengthening down the left side of the neck, and coming back to the center, taking your left ear towards your left shoulder, lengthening down the right side of the neck. And then coming back to the center again, we're going to tuck the chin to the chest and round the back and kind of hold onto the knees to have a little lean back, dropping the chin towards the chest. And then as you breathe in, we're going to lift up nice and tall, opening the chest, rolling the shoulders back and down away from the ears, lifting up towards the sky. And then we come back to the center, taking both hands to the outside of the right leg to gently rotate, looking over the right shoulder, breathing out as you rotate, breathing in as we come back through the center, breathing out as we rotate to the other side, and breathing in at the center. Perfect. So let's come around into an all fours position, dropping the hands down onto the floor. Knees underneath the hips. We're going to breathe out to push the floor away. So today we're really focusing on moving the vertebrae, moving the spine, getting it to move in all planes of direction and starting to switch on and wake up the core and the nervous system. Looking over your right shoulder towards your right hip, hitching your right hip out to the side, then coming back to the center to go left shoulder, left hip bumps out to the side. And then coming back to the center again. We're going to tuck the toes under, take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, pushing the floor away, bring the chin to the chest, tailbone down to the floor for a really nice cat stretch. Then breathe in to reverse in the opposite direction. Now this time, as we push the floor away, we're going to lift the knees slightly off the floor, waking up those core muscles, and lift for a little hover if you can, pushing through and powering down through the arms, using those strong arm muscles. As you breathe in, you drop the knees down, opening the chest, looking out in front of you. Breathing out to push away again, into a little hover. Breathing in to reverse. Opening the chest. Let's go for 3 more times. Breathing out, powering down through those big hands, opening the fingers as much as you can, hovering the knees slightly off the floor, draw tummy button up towards the spine, lengthen the lower back. Then we breathe in to reverse in the opposite direction, enjoying that stretch, dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Breathing out again. 2 more to go. Lifting the knees, feeling strong through the arms, just waking up those strong core muscles, waking up the body gently. And one last time, breathing out to push away. And breathing in to reverse. And we come back to your flat back. And we're going to come around into a seated position again, with your legs out nice and wide. Toes up towards the sky. Sitting up nice and tall through the spine, feet are flexed. I'm going to take your arms out wide. I'm just going to rotate through the spine. Now reaching your right hand towards your left foot. Breathing in to come through the center. Breathe out to rotate. And keep breathing out to reach. Breathing in to lift. Breathing out, gently going into it, because we're first thing in the morning or at beginner level Pilates, so you just want to ease into it, very gentle, getting used to using your breath. So breathing out, in through the center, out to lean. In through the center, enjoying that lengthening down the backs of the legs. So it's important that we keep the feet active, or the ankles active, so you get a nice lengthening down the back of the leg and the inner thigh as well, starting to rotate and wake up those internal and external obliques as you rotate, rotating the vertebrae as well. Reaching as far as you can. Let's go for 1 more on each side. in up through the center, out to rotate and reach. And in up through the center, dropping the hands down. Let's take the right hand down onto the floor, left hand reaches up and over for a real nice side stretch, really reaching out through the left fingertips here. And come back to the center, taking your left hand down, right hand reaches up and over. Then we come back to the center. Perfect. Then we're going to keep in the same position, but we're going to take your hands either side of your head now. So opening up the shoulders, shoulders back and down away from the ears, elbows out nice and high. We're just going to rotate from side to side. So looking over towards the left, then looking over towards the right. Sitting up nice and tall as you can through the vertebrae, right up on top of your sit bones. Feet are still active, legs are still active as well. We're going to do one more in each direction, then we're going to add in a lean. So we look over towards the left, then we're going to lean towards the left leg. We breathe in up through the center, we breathe out to rotate. Leaning forward as you breathe out, breathing in to lift, breathing out to rotate, breathing out to lean. In, out. Then we're going to add in an extra twist. So we breathe out to rotate, lean, elbow comes down towards the knee. You're probably not going to get there. It's first thing in the morning, so go gently. Breathing out to lean, elbow comes down. So you're actually looking over towards the right elbow now. Breathing in to come up, breathing out to rotate, looking towards your left elbow as you come down. Try and keep open through the chest. So you want to try and avoid letting the elbows come in. You want to try and stay as open as we possibly can. Coming in through the center. One more on each side. Looking at the elbow so you can rotate even more through the vertebrae. You might find that you can get a little bit lower, a little bit closer to the legs now as we start to warm up. And we come back to the center. Well done. Remembering to always go really gentle in the morning, or if you're new to Pilates, to go gentle and slow. Let your body get used to it gently and warm up gently so that you don't shock or end up into an injury. So then we're going to bring the legs together. I'm just going to go sideways on the mat so you can see what I'm doing. My feet are going to stay flexed. And we're going to breathe in to lift and lengthen through the spine. We breathe out to reach your hands down towards your toes. Now, I'm not going to pretend that I'm the most flexible person in the world. So we're just going to go and listen to your body, especially first thing in the morning. Your body's so stiff, and my body is so stiff in the morning. So we breathe in to lift up. We breathe out to lean forward. Tucking the chin towards the chest, feeling all of that stretch up the back of the body. Then we breathe in to lift. We breathe out to find a C shape of the spine, tucking the tailbone underneath you, draw tummy button towards your spine. So you've got this C shape of the spine now. And we're going to gently start to lean back, tucking the tailbone underneath you. Breathing in to lift. Breathing out to lean forward, C shape of the spine again. Feel the fascia stretch down the back of the body, the posterior chain. Breathing in to lift. Breathe out, C shape. Challenge yourself. Tuck the tailbone underneath you. Draw tummy button towards your spine. Find really strong control here. Tucking the tailbone underneath you. Breathing in to lift up. Breathing out to lean forward. Chin to the chest. Now here, you may notice where you can feel particularly tight in your body. And as we breathe in, we breathe out to C-shape the spine first, then tilt the pelvis, tailbone goes underneath you, engage tummy muscles, lift up pelvic floor. Feels like you're inflating a balloon inside your lower tummy. Curl the back, looking down towards your stomach, control, breathing in to lift. Breathe out, lean forward into that C-shape again. Notice where that tight bit is in your body. That is your body telling you where you need to work on your flexibility. Maybe you can feel it in your legs. Maybe you can feel it in your glutes. Maybe you can feel it in your back somewhere. But that is your body telling you, I need to stretch. And here we're switching on the core muscles. We're waking up the nervous system. We're drawing tummy button towards your spine. And then we breathe in to lift up for a final stretch forward. Really listening to your body, noticing where your body is telling you it needs to stretch, it needs flexibility. And flexibility is important when it comes to strength as well. So then we come up into your seated position and into a star stretch. So we're going to bring the soles of the feet together, the knees out nice and wide. Just holding onto your ankles and using your knees to help, using your elbows to help your knees go down. We're going to roll the shoulders back and down away from the ears. And you may be one of those people that's really comfortable in this position. Great, hang out here. If you're not, follow me. I've had an operation of some kind on both hips, so they are not the most flexible. But if I wasn't to do anything to improve their flexibility, I would definitely be way less flexible than I am now. So we're going to duck the chin to the chest, and we're going to roll down the spine, down towards the feet, just allowing your hands to pull on your feet if you need to, and using your elbows to help the knees go down towards the ground. Opening up the hips, taking a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth to go deeper. And then you can either stay here or you can come into a seated cross-legged position. And we're going to finish today or this morning with resetting your nervous system and finding a tool that you can use at any point in the day to help your body to calm down in a moment. So we're going to place the hands onto the knees. We're going to roll the shoulders back and down away from the ears. We take a deep breath in to lift and lengthen the spine. We breathe out through the mouth. And an instant way to calm the body down is to have a longer exhale. So we're going to breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1, and we breathe out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing in again. And on your final inhale, exhale, let's think of your intention for today. Think of one word. What's your one word intention for the day? Breathing in. Thinking of that word as you breathe out. Knowing that this is a tool you can come back to at any point. You can remind yourself of that word at any point and reset yourself if you need to. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I did. And I really look forward to seeing you back here again soon.